As soon as you're done with this video, you can find the best price on the web on the SG Special at the backdoor best price hotlink. It's just below the video in the description right there. Hey everybody, I've got an overview of the Gibson SG Special right here. Now, it's oh gosh, I was about to say it's a special guitar, and that's a bad thing to say. That's a bad pun. It's a great guitar. But let me show you the difference between, because you can get a lot of things that are called an SG Special, and they're all technically an SG Special, but some are better than others, and some are more expensive than others. So let me give you a little tour. There's actually quite a few here, but most of these are just different colors, so don't get overwhelmed. There's two here. These are actually considered the SG Special, and if you were going to say, I'd like an SG Special, please, it would really be one of these two. It's black or red, and these are great guitars. But we're talking a few hundred less than an SG Standard. An SG Standard is quite a bit better guitar than this. This has, and all these specials I can say the same thing here. These aren't using Gibson's like finest one-piece or two-piece wood bodies. That's one of the things that makes them cheaper. They'll generally take a bunch of woods, glue them together, and then cut sheets out and then make the guitars from that. It's a lot cheaper that way, and it honestly doesn't make a vast difference in tone. But, you know, honestly, if you're looking at the guitar up close, you can see a difference in grain in some cases. So you get much better woods, much better appointments, better pickups, all sorts of things. Well, I just said better pickups. I'm not even sure that's true. From the SG Standard than the SG Special here. However, nothing wrong with that. I just can't like highly recommend that one. The SG Special went for several $100s less than that. You can get the SG Special worn, and so the only difference I know of between these two is the finish. So this one, I had one of these, and it was really nice. It had, they called it SG Special Faded back then, but now it's called Worn Satin Finish, and it's generally see-through. That's these two right here. I mean, see-through is not the right word, but transparent. And it's USA made. It's the same woods as these up here, but the finish is different. The appointments are slightly different. I think the pickups are different, but anyway, that's quite a bit cheaper and not vastly different from this SG Special up here. So I'll say that's a pretty sweet price point right there. If you're looking for an SG Special, that's a great guitar. Nothing wrong with these at all, and I'll go into a little more detail in a minute. But there's this other option here, but only if you're looking for P90s. Now, if you don't really know what P90s are, I'm going to describe them here. But if you don't know what they are, you're probably not looking for them, and I would say stick with these others. But for $100 more than these cheapest worn satin ones, $100 more, you can get these really nice models. They look great. This one's got a really nice finish, a natural finish, but they've got different pickups. They're P90s. They sound great. They're a great rock sound, but they're not the same sound as humbuckers, and they buzz a lot. I've had P90s before, and they buzz a lot. There's nothing wrong with them. If you want P90s, that's a great deal. That's a great guitar, great price. If you don't want P90s, or you don't specifically want P90s, I don't see any. I in fact can't highly recommend to get P90s. They're a little bit. They're quite different. So that's the overview. Basically, there's the Special, the worn satin, and the quote 60s tributes with, called what are they? Oh, right, with P90s. So let's go take a look and see if we can find a little bit more information about these things. SG Special, 490T, 490R pickups. Those are good. That's the ones I had. Let's see here. 50s rounded neck profile, solid mahogany body, dot inlays, nitro finish. Nothing too fancy, but that's the whole point. I mean, that's why these are cheaper than the standard models. They're not particularly fancy, intentionally. Now I'm going to go back real quick and let's see if we can distinguish significant difference, because I don't think we'll be able to, between that and the worn satin model. So I'm scrolling down right now. Same pickups, solid mahogany body, same neck profile, different finish, set neck. I don't see it. Anyway, these, I mean, it looks great when you see it up close. It looks fantastic. It's kind of road worn, kind of like it's been through the paces. Real nice. So I can't say anything bad about that one. Let's check out the reviews. This is at harmonycentral.com. Here's what some people had to say. This guitar brings USA quality craftsmanship to musicians on a budget. Wait a minute. This guy says, plec cut nut. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. I was thinking it had a plec job, and that would have been way too expensive for this guitar. But plec cut nut, that means it's an electric, it's a computer. The plec is a computer-controlled guitar setup device. So that means the nut on this thing is cut by a computer, which means it's really precise. Ultra thin nitro finish and made in the USA. Resonates beautifully, has a gorgeous unplugged tone. The finish is great. He uses Dunlop's body gloss about once a month. Here's a tip for you, actually. If you get this, see, this guy's got the, just confirming. Yeah, the faded. He's got the cherry faded. He uses Dunlop's body gloss about once a month, rubs it in, polishes it real good. It gives it a nice shiny satin vintage look and helps with the dullness of the finish. And then this guy says he's had other guitars that cost more, look better, but sound worse and play horrible. Hard rock, blues, metal, this guitar is versatile enough to cover them all. He's blown away by the crunchy warm tones that this guitar is capable of. Fat, thick power chords, singing mid-driven leads exude from the mahogany body and neck. This guitar has got everything from toneful clean to serious power. I don't need what it doesn't cover. The longer I own it, the more tones it comes up with. Full, rich tone. It keeps surprising me with its range. And in the past 6 months, it's become my favorite axe. It's simply a better guitar than the looks or price indicate. I think there comes a time in every player's life, and for some it happens more than once, that you just find a guitar that's exactly what you want. So I mean, there you have it. If you are on the fence about any of these models, I'd say pull the trigger and go for it, because as you've seen, they're highly recommended by reviewers. So, like I was saying before, there's the backdoor best price Hotlink below. If you want the best price, just click on the link below. And you've seen the review, you've seen what everyone else has to say. I say buy it now. Buy it now and get it over with and spend the rest of the day watching a movie or playing guitar. Heaven forbid, playing guitar rather than shopping online all night. You know it's a great product. You'll be happier playing guitar. And you're not going to find a better price anywhere on the web than at the backdoor best price Hotlink right below the video. So, go there now.